Hello everyone, let me start with a quick challenge. I want you to listen to this sentence. Can you get that? Now tell me, what does it mean? Does it mean, can you understand that? Can you bring that? Can you answer the phone? Interesting, right? Write your answer in comment box. The answer is, it depends on the context. And that is exactly why teaching listening is so important in the ELT classrooms. Listening is not just hearing words, it is understanding meaning, intention, feeling, and situation. So today, we are going to explore how to teach listening skills communicatively. Not in a boring, passive way, but in a way that is interactive, meaningful, student-centered, and enjoyable. And throughout this video, I will ask you questions, give you classroom tasks, short drills, mini quizzes, and even a final assessment task. So stay active, don't just watch, participate. Ready? Let's begin. Students, first, let me ask you something. In many classrooms, what happens during listening lessons? Usually this. Teacher plays audio, students listen silently, teacher asks comprehension questions, students check answers, lesson ends. Now think for a moment. Is that real communication? Pause and write your response in comment box. Yes, you are right. Not really, because in real life, people listen to respond, make decisions, solve problems, understand feelings, or continue a conversation. So communicative listening means this. Students listen with a purpose, interact with meaning, and respond actively. Let's make that memorable. Say it with me. Listen, understand, respond. Again, listen, understand, respond. That is the heart of communicative listening. A strong communicative listening lesson usually has 3 stages. Pre-listening, while listening, post-listening. Let's make this interactive. Question for viewers. Which stage do you think is often ignored by teachers? A. Pre-listening. B. While listening. C. Post-listening. Pause and write your response in comment box. Honestly, both pre-listening and post-listening are often neglected. Many teachers focus only on the audio and comprehension questions. But communicative teaching requires all 3 stages. 1. Pre-listening students. This is where we prepare students before they listen. We can activate background knowledge, introduce the topic, teach a few useful words, ask prediction questions, and give a reason for listening. Let's imagine the listening topic is a student calling a teacher to ask for assignment help. Instead of playing the audio immediately, we ask, "Teacher, have you ever called a teacher for help?" What expressions might you hear? Will the student sound confident, nervous, or confused? Now the students are thinking already. Their minds are awake. That is good teaching. 2. While listening students. Now students listen, but not passively. Give them a clear task. For example, first listening. Listen for the main idea. Second listening. Listen for details. Third listening. Listen for attitude or intention. That keeps the task purposeful. 3. Post-listening students. This is where listening becomes communication. After listening, students should do something with what they heard. For example, discuss with a partner, role play, summarize, agree or disagree, solve a problem, or create a similar dialogue. So, listening becomes a bridge to speaking and interaction. Let's walk through a mini classroom example together. Topic: Ordering food in a restaurant pre-listening activity. Students, imagine you are at a restaurant in Karachi. What expressions might you hear? Let's brainstorm. May I take your order? What would you like? Anything to drink? Would you like dessert? Now your turn. What would a customer say? Pause and write your answer in comment box. Possible answers: I'd like some soup. Can I have chicken pasta? Could I get some water? Excellent. Now, prediction question. Teacher, do you think the customer will order quickly or take time to decide? This prediction creates curiosity. While listening activity, now students listen to the dialogue. First listening task. What is happening? A. A customer is making a complaint. B. A customer is ordering food. C. A customer is paying the bill. Pause and write your answer in comment box. Yes, correct answer, B. Second listening task. What does the customer order? Listen for main dish, drink, dessert. Third listening task. How does the waiter sound? A. Rude. B. Polite. C. Angry. Pause and write your answer in comment box. Correct answer, B. Polite. Now notice something important. Students are not just catching words. They are listening for meaning, detail, and social tone. That is communicative listening. Post-listening activity, students. Now students work in pairs. One student becomes the waiter, the other becomes the customer. Task: create a new restaurant dialogue using different food items. Now the listening text becomes a model for real communication. Now let's make drills more interesting. Drills do not have to be mechanical and dull. In communicative teaching, drills should support meaning. Here are 4 engaging drills. Drill 1. Listen and choose. Students listen and choose the speaker's intention. Example, audio line. Could you open the window, please? Question, is the speaker A. giving an order, B. making a polite request, C. telling a joke? Pause and write your answer in comment box. Yes, you are right. Answer B. This drill teaches students to listen for function, not just language form. Drill 2. Listen and respond. Students hear a sentence and reply naturally. Example, teacher says, I'm sorry I didn't catch that. Student responds, let me say it again. Try another one. Teacher says, would you like to join us? Student responds, yes, I'd love to. This develops quick listening responsibility. Student A listens to part of the information. Student B listens to another part. Then they talk to complete the task. For example, student A hears bus departure times. Student B hears ticket prices. Together, they decide the best bus to take. Now listening has a real communicative goal. Drill 4. Dictoglossa. Students listen to a short text, write key words, then reconstruct the text in pairs. This is interactive because students negotiate meaning together. For example, the teacher reads, Ali missed the first bus, so he called his friend and arrived late to class. Students note, missed bus, called friend, late to class. Then they rebuild the sentence together. This is excellent for listening, grammar, and collaboration. Now here is a big question. When students answer incorrectly, what should the teacher do? Should the teacher just say, "No, wrong"? Pause and write your answer in comment box. Yes, correct answer is no. In communicative listening, feedback should help students think. For example, teacher, let's listen again. Which word helped you choose that answer? Did you hear the speaker's tone? What made you think the speaker was upset? This kind of feedback teaches students how to listen better. Let's compare. Weak feedback. No, wrong answer. Better feedback. Let's replay that line. Listen carefully to the phrase after "I'm afraid." What does it suggest? See the difference? Good feedback is encouraging, specific, reflective, and strategy-based. Also praise effort. For example, good try. You caught the main idea. Nice listening for tone. That was a smart guess based on context. That keeps learners confident. Now let's check your understanding. Ready? Quiz 1. Which activity is most communicative? A. Students underline all the nouns in the script. Students listen and decide what advice to give the speaker. Students copy the audio word for word, pause, and write your response in comment box. Correct answer B. Quiz 2. Why is pre-listening important? A. It wastes time before the real lesson. B. It prepares learners with context and purpose. C. It only teaches vocabulary. Pause and write your answer in comment box. Correct answer B. Quiz 3. Which of the following is a good post-listening task? A. Predicting the topic before listening. B. Matching pictures while listening. C. Role-playing a similar situation after listening. Pause and write your answer in comment box. Yes, you are right. The correct answer is C. Quiz 4. True or false? Listening should be taught as a passive skill. Pause and write your response in comment box. False. Listening should be active, purposeful, and communicative. Now let's design a simple final assessment for listening. A communicative final assessment should check not only whether students heard the words, but whether they understood and used the message. Sample final assessment students listen to a short conversation between two friends planning a trip. Then they complete 4 tasks. Task 1. Main idea, what are they discussing? Task 2. Specific details. Where are they going? When are they leaving? What problem do they mention? Task 3. Interpretation. How does one speaker feel? Excited, worried, or confused? Task 4. Communicative response. Students work in pairs and decide what advice they would give the speakers. This final part is important. It turns listening into communication. That is communicative assessment. So, what is the best technique for teaching listening communicatively in the ELT classroom? It is this. Prepare students before listening, guide them during listening, and engage them after listening in meaningful response. And remember, listening is not the end of communication. It is the beginning of communication. Now I'd love to hear from you. What technique do you use to teach listening skills in your ELT classroom? Share your ideas in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss more videos on English language teaching, classroom techniques, and teacher development. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Hello, I am Mumtaz, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss more videos on English language teaching.
Goodbye, sir.